Hello, everybody. I am so happy to be back. I took a few weeks off from uploading and I just had so many creative ideas and really just enjoyed being outside, taking photos, working on creative projects. This is kind of what I've been up to. One of my favorite days in the past couple of weeks was a little day hike that I did with Nick. It was so windy that day and I didn't think we would last very long, but it ended up being such a fun day. I became obsessed with the icy river, stopping constantly along the hike to take photos and look at all the different shapes and patterns in the ice. It really was my perfect day, getting to be outside in the fresh air and getting to be creative. Two things that really feed my soul and recharge me when I'm feeling drained or burnt out. I often stopped to think just how cool it is that a few months ago I was in this exact spot and it looked completely different. Over the next few weeks, I went outside almost every day to look at the icy rivers or the fresh snowfall. I grew up with snowy winters all my life, but this year it felt like I was experiencing it for the first time, and every little detail was exciting and fascinating. We found a little rock shelter for a little snack and a break, and then I think we're gonna head back to the car, but it is just so beautiful around every corner, and we have not seen a single other person out here, which is crazy. So overall, it's just been a really good day. Slowly hiking. We actually have not hiked a lot of miles, but we've been out here for a while because we're just stopping and taking photos and noticing all the details. And that's really kind of becoming my favorite way to hike now, is just not being fixated on getting to a destination necessarily, but just kind of noticing all the things, stopping to take photos, stopping to look at just simple things like the water or leaves blowing in the wind. It's just, yeah, it's a good day. Good morning. I woke up this morning and I usually get up a little earlier than Nick, and I opened the blinds and I saw that the trees were all white. Like it was so cold last night and it was a little bit snowy and windy, and like every little branch on every tree was completely white. It looks so cool, and it's really not something that happens super often because I think it has to be really, really cold. When I checked the weather, it was 1 degree Fahrenheit. So I woke Nick up and I was like, we have got to go outside and just look at the trees, take some photos, and just kind of experience the winter wonderland before it melts. Because I think once the sun comes out, if it even comes out today, it'll probably melt off those branches pretty quickly. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I made some coffee and we hit the road, driving into the mountains right now. A pretty sunrise today. It was really cold. So fuzzy looking. My camera keeps dying because it's so cold and I can't feel my hands. So it's time to go home, get some more coffee. Good way to start the day, though. Got some sunshine on my face, some fresh air to wake me up. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm so excited. So it's been a few days since I've been to the river and it is so much more frozen. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna have to be really careful because a river is not a safe place to stand on ice. But oh my God, it's so pretty. Like there's so many different shapes and patterns. I already fell. This is so beautiful. That's actually very satisfying to watch. Look at these patterns. Oh my God, I'm so obsessed with this. The ice does some weird things to the river. It's bubbling as if it was like a hot tub, you know, like the sound of the jets make in a hot tub. And I think it's just the way that the water is flowing around and through the ice, but it's really crazy. I ended the year with a backpacking trip to a yurt with some friends. We rented the yurt for 2 nights over New Year's Eve. The first day was so snowy and windy as we hiked in. Whew. That's my breath. Woo! 1 mile down. Oh, because he sees food.
Wow.
We have just spotted the yurt. We're pretty tired. So I'm so happy. Woohoo! There's Nick. Hiking in the snow is no joke. Whew. Just got to get up and over one big hill. Jordan's clear up there. There it is. We made it. And we can't see anything. All right, let's get that fire going. We were all pretty tired after a good day of hiking in the snow, so when we finally arrived at the yurt, we immediately got a good fire going to warm things up. The first night we made steak fajitas for dinner, and they turned out so good. There's no electricity or running water in the yurt, so it was the perfect meal after a day of hiking with minimal dishes and cleanup. Then we played games and ate candy the rest of the night. The next day was New Year's Eve, and we woke up to even more snow. We spent the day playing more games, shoveling new paths around the yurt, and playing in the fresh powder. The second night, we made a big pot of spaghetti for dinner. I spent New Year's Eve with a big bowl of pasta, wine, friends, and games by the campfire. And in case you're wondering, no, I did not make it to midnight. I was in my sleeping bag by 10 o'clock. Oh, it's just so pretty. Wow, it's like a fairy tale through here. Look at how big these trees are. Oh my gosh. You have icicles on your eyelashes.
In my hand.
We are on our way back to the car. It is the first day that we actually see the sun and it is so pretty, even though it is also very cold. But once we're like hiking and moving and stuff, I'm not actually that cold. It feels really good. So it's definitely a good way to start the new year. Woohoo! Fresh air, sunshine, and a good winter hike.